This could be the most complex car ever made in the history of mankind. It's quite an engineering marvel. I have no idea why a small company with a very limited budget like Mazda chose to make it, but it's actually quite fascinating, and it's one of the best looking cars I've ever seen. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Great to have you. Welcome back, everyone else. Mazda's new EV slash not EV slash very complicated car that no one actually seems to understand. Literally, no one seems to understand how this thing actually works because the engineering is so complicated. Now, when I explain this fully to you, I think you're going to be pretty surprised by the fact that not only is this thing a plug-in hybrid, so it's a hybrid vehicle, it's also got two rotors. It's a twin rotor vehicle. However, it can run on either hydrogen or gasoline or synthetic fuel. Very bizarre, if you ask me. Now, generally a hydrogen engine vehicle has an extremely high compression rate. I mean, insanely high compression. They run very hot. For example, Toyota, their hydrogen-powered engines have often melted. They just run extremely lean. So I'm not really sure how it's possible for this thing to run on hydrogen or simply gasoline or synthetic fuels, and how that works in combination with the battery pack. And remember, this is also a rotary-powered vehicle. So Mazda, like I said, they don't make that many cars. They only sell around 1 million cars worldwide. And they're a company that's, it's very much committed to doing one thing. EVs, no, actually not at all. They're really not interested in electric cars. They've said it's their mission to build the world's perfect internal combustion vehicle, which is an interesting thing. They're basically digging their own grave, dig, to bury themselves in. But they're going to go down with a fight, sort of. I mean, this thing is pretty damn cool, you have to admit, and it's really cool looking. Surprisingly, the power of the car is actually very underwhelming. There's plenty of EVs that you can buy right now that looks like hatchbacks and aren't complicated like this and have way more power. But anyway, it has 365 horsepower. It's a twin rotor hybrid, and Mazda say it's, well, their sports car of the future. I've got to say, I mean, the complication of this vehicle to me is beyond ridiculous, but it's incredibly good looking. Whoever designed this did a great job. Now, keep in mind, Mazda, they don't design cars. They're the only mass market car manufacturer in the world that hand designs its own cars using literally a hammer, a mallet. It literally hand designs them. That is extremely unusual. The Mazda MX-5 is among the company's most famous and beloved models. But with electrification coming, well, it's actually here, what is the future for Mazda hold? Well, for Mazda, it's not EVs. It's things like this. It's crazy rotor-powered engines that run on all kinds of anything, pretty much anything you want. Now, this vehicle is actually significantly bigger than a Mazda Miata. It's 10 inches longer. However, it's a two rotary EV system. That's what Mazda call it. The Mazda Vision SP two-rotor rotary EV system. Now, no journalists seem to understand actually how this thing works. It's got 365 horsepower. However, Mazda say the iconic SP can serve as a backup power source and supply your family with enough electricity for more than a week. But they don't say how big the battery pack is. So no one seems to understand how this would work, because to supply your house with enough electricity for a week, you would need a huge battery pack, something that is definitely not in this thing. So I'm not really sure what Mazda is saying. Maybe they're saying you can even use the engine as a generator. I'm not really generating power for the battery to recharge the battery, which you can then use to power your house. So it does have bidirectional charging. That's kind of a cool feature. Anyway, we have no idea the actual real details of this car. But when I find out what they are, I'll make a new video, because this thing's actually quite intriguing. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.